your character.
What's going on, YouTube family? So I want to go ahead and make this video because there's been a lot of buzz around this topic, and as you can see in the title, it's about my favorite anime, Bleach. So if you are new to my channel, then you're probably new to the idea that I'm a little bit of an anime head. I like anime, Bleach being my favorite of all time. Of course, there's others up there like the Dragon Ball series who could not be a fan of Goku, Vegeta, and their game. Of course, there's others. Too many to go ahead and list. But specifically on this video, I just want to drop my 2 cents on the whole process of what's going on. What I'm hoping is going to be the case with a lot of Bleach fandom, fellow Bleach fandom has been hoping for. But you know, there's big news going on out there about Bleach returning, the Bleach anime returning. Now, this is going to be huge news because, of course, the Bleach anime itself, meaning the Japanese cartoon, the Japanese animation, the last episode, 366, ended in 2012. That aired 2012, the last time it was actually a new episode. The manga itself, the storyboard, where all the content comes from the illustrious author Tite Kubo, that ended in 2016, August 2016 to be more precise. But it ended kind of rocky. It was rushed. You could tell it. It was awful. I'm sorry. I love my Bleach, but you know there was things where we got let down. There were different reasons that people tried to speculate was the reason why, but unless you're actually involved in it, there's no way you would really ever know to be 100. But you know, even so, you know, us Bleach hopefuls stay positive because there's so many different things that you know are still keep Bleach in general relevant. I mean, let me look at my mask. I think it's, I'm not mistaken, this is the first rendition of Ichigo Kurosaki, the main character's first mask. All my Bleach fandom will understand and know what I'm talking about. If not, then definitely feel free to go ahead and check out the anime, the manga, and all that good stuff. You won't be let down. Either way, there's a lot of stuff that's, you know, making it seem like it's more feasible. It would actually be a good idea for them to jump back on the Bleach bandwagon and keep it going. I mean, for one, people are still buying the manga. Me personally, I am, because there's 74 volumes total. I have a little more than half at 40. I do intend to get the other 34 volumes at some point, but it's a slow process. You got to ease into it. It's not like I got that kind of bank and I'm gonna just say, hey, here. But even so, I will have it eventually. There are still people buying the anime in box sets, DVDs, Blu-ray, whatever, you name it. There are Bleach still has video games, mostly Japan released or whatnot, that are still thriving. In fact, I went in GameStop recently, and they still have a PS3 version of it on the shelf. If that doesn't tell you something. In fact, in regards to my Hollow mask, I'm about to say Halo, my Hollow mask, I actually just recently bought this back last November, just a year ago when I went to an anime convention in New York. There's still the Bleach mobile game that has hit just recently hit 47 million downloads across the world, not just in Japan, not just in the U.S., but in the world. 47 million. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, it's wild, man. So I mean, they're still doing banking in that regard, still doing big things. Then not only that, but the biggest thing that recently happened that has everyone on the buzz in the Bleach fandom is that just recently, Crunchyroll, the anime streaming service, just released a poll that said that announced the most viewed anime on their streaming service in just the summer of 2019. Bleach was in that. Bleach was on the list. Now I think in the actual list from 1 to 20, they were like number 5. But for the simple fact that they were in there at all, is is awesome. It's beast mode. It's crazy. Like again, the anime stopped airing new episodes 2012, 7 years ago. The manga stopped in August of 2016. It's 3 years ago. Now, granted, they're still making light novels and side stories about side characters who are less significant, but still were pretty popular. That's still pretty beast mode. But here is, let me pull up a little bit. Let me actually pull up like information on it. So here we go with Anime News Network, which is supposedly a really big. Speaking of which, that's the anime convention I went to last year, and they're talking about the one for this year. But Anime News Network is where it was released or whatnot. But I'm sure Crunchyroll released their own version of this. But look again, announces most viewed anime summer 2019. And then it talks about the statistics that Crunchyroll streaming service of anime across the globe has 50 million subscribed registered users and even more unregistered users. So think about that. And again, summer 19, it has the likes of Bleach amongst big time, big time currently ranking anime. Like Attack on Titan still there, Black Clover is there, Doctor Stone is a new one, Fairy Tail is an older joint, but that actually they just recently finished Fairy Tail. Fire Force is a new one. Hunter x Hunter is a remake of a classic. JoJo's Bizarre, that's old. That's kind of older. My Hero's a new up and coming. It's got a lot of buzz. People going crazy about that. Naruto. But again, top middle is Bleach. Now this is alphabetical order, so this isn't really necessarily saying anything specific in regards to these. But on the official list, it was number 5. Again, Bleach is in the list. Bleach is in the building. Bleach is in the house. So, I mean, if people are still watching it this heavily, think about what that says for the popularity, for the fandom. People who have been longtime fans of it, and people who apparently are maybe even just now coming along to it and saying, hey, you know what, I'm looking for a new anime. It may not be new, but it'll be new to me. And then Bleach just so happens to be the one they choose to watch. It's awesome. It's awesome for people such as myself who are nerding out about the whole idea that Bleach is still a thing. Bleach is still relevant in the hearts of millions. It has to be millions in order for it to be so high on the list, like 5. But I'm gonna be done with nerding out. I'm gonna let y'all hit me up in the comment section and let me know what y'all think, how y'all feel, or whatnot. But I'm excited, and I hope this really does mean that there's more to come, more animation, maybe even more manga, more side stories and all that kind of stuff, because I would like to see it. And they ended it in regards to like character development and all that kind of stuff. They did end it in a very cool way, so I'm really hoping that if they do bring it back, they'll expand into the other realms of things as well. But again, I'll hit y'all. I'll check the comments, see what y'all think, see what y'all say, and I'll check you later. Peace.